Hello guys, welcome back to my channel JMeter Consultant. In today's video, I am going to throw some light on assertions in JMeter. What are assertions, why we use assertions, what are different types of assertions, and how we use assertions in JMeter. Let me begin with today's video. Create a post request first. Open JMeter. Rename this test plan as assertions demo. Control S will save this. Right click and add a thread group inside this test plan. Right click and add a simple controller inside this. So inside a controller, let me add a sampler HTTP request. Rename this as create a patient. I will showcase in this request how to create or how to enter a patient data in a database. Let me quickly configure HTTP request. Change the method as post. A path. For the post request, let me pass some body data. This is the patient detail. Resource type is patient. Unique identifier of the patient. The family name is Chalmers. The given name is Peter James. The gender of the patient and the birth date. Save this. So in order to execute this request successfully, I will have to add HTTP header manager. Right click on the HTTP sampler. Go to config element. Add HTTP header manager. Add content type. To make sure if this request has executed successfully, let me add assertions. Here assertions comes into picture. How you add assertions? Right click on HTTP request, add assertions. Let me add a simple response assertion. So response assertion is nothing but type of assertion which will be used to check elements of the API responses. We can check text response, whatever the text we have received, if the response code is correct, the response message, response headers received, or if the request headers are correct. There are so many other things to check the similar way. And we have different parameters as well, whether we want to apply it to main sample and subsamples, or main sample only, or subsamples only, or JMeter variable names. Let me first simply show you how to check the response code. Select main sample only, and then I will select response code here. I would like to make sure the response code equals to, let me add a line here, 201. When this request executed, I'm expecting 201 to be matched. This way, we'll add response assertion. Let me execute this request and show you. Before I execute, let me add listener where we can see the result. Right click on the thread group and go to listener, add view results tree. Here we will see the results. Execute this request and see. Click on start button. Create a patient request got executed successfully, and we have received 201 created response and response data as well. The resource type is patient, ID is this. We have the name of the patient as family name is Chalmers, given name is Peter James. The same data is inserted into the database. So this way we have made use of the response assertion. The response assertion helps us in checking whether we have received a correct response or not. So let me show you another assertion, that is JSR 223 assertion, a very important assertion which is used in JMeter for a lot of things to check in the script. So in order to show you that, we have to create get request. First we have created post request where we have created a patient. Now we will try to fetch this patient details by creating another get request, and there we will make use of JSR223 script assertion in JMeter to make sure whether we have received or we have fetched the correct data of the patient. Before I proceed with that, for the get request, I may need patient ID. So let me create some data here by reading this response. I will need patient ID to fetch data. Let me read this response in a post processor. Once this request executed, I will add a post processor in this request, that is JSR223 post processor. Let me write few lines of code in Groovy so that I can read the response of the post request to fetch some data such as ID, family name, if you want to validate that. So let me write some lines of code. Let me first import JSON path class, which will be useful to read through JSON. I will make use of prep.get response data as string method, which will give me a response into string. Let me store it as string variable response. In order to read through the response has a JSON data, I will need ID variable. So in order to get to this one, I will have to write some search string for this. So that will be $.id. This is the search string. Let me store it as a variable ID search string. In order to read the response, make use of JSON path class method read the response and find out this search string in the response and store that as a variable ID. In order to make sure if it is printing the correct patient ID, let me write some log and check if it has fetched the correct patient ID. Print this. Let me execute the request by clearing it and see if it has printed the correct patient ID. Request got executed successfully. Let me check logs by clicking on this yellow triangle. Patient ID is fetched properly. Store this patient ID in a variable using var.put method. I'm storing the value of ID into a variable patient ID. Let me save this. After the get request executed, I would like to make sure whatever data such as the family name I have received in the response is Chambers. To verify that, let me write the search string for this and keep this as an expected value. As family is under two nodes, write it as $.family. Let me define it as family search string. Now read the JSON using JSON path.read. Read the response and find out this search string and store that in a variable family. Let me just print this in a log statement to check if we received the correct family name of the patient. Copy this and paste here. Execute the request. Request got executed successfully. Click on logs to see if we have the family name. Family name of the patient is Chambers. It has come into arrays. So let me make sure it picks up the first element of the array. For that, make sure it's the 0th element of that array. Save this and execute. As you can see, family name of the patient is Chambers. Store this in a variable using var.put method. Expected family name, the value of family. Save this. Let me create a get request now. Right click on the simple controller, add HTTP request, rename as get patient details. Let me quickly configure my request. It's a get request. I would like to read this patient ID there, as get request needs a patient ID to be passed. Let me copy the variable name and pass it like this. If you want to pass it in the request headers or in the URLs, we can make use of dollar and curly braces. So in order to make sure this request gives me proper response, I will add another response assertion here that will be applied to a main sample, and the response code I would like to check should be equal to 200. Okay, Control S will save this. Check if this request gets executed successfully. Clear all and start. Both the requests got executed successfully. First we have created a patient and then we are receiving a patient details. So get patient details request has given me 200. Okay, successful response. Let me check the response. The ID is this, and then we have the name of the patient as Peter James and the family name is Jam. Now we want to make sure if we have received this name correctly. In order to traverse through this JSON data, we need to make use of a JSR223 assertion, that is a script assertion. We can write some script to make sure that we have received correct data. Right click on this and add JSR223 assertion. Here I'll write some lines of Groovy again to validate the response we have received in the get patient details request. Import JSON path class in order to read through the JSON. Let me read the response data as string, store it in a string variable named response. Let me find out family search string. I would like to check family name from this response. Let me copy this variable name family, as it is inside two nodes. I will need two dots after the dollar symbol. $.fam. This is my search string I will be looking for inside the JSON response. Name it as family search string def variable. So in order to read through this, I'll make use of JSON path classes read method. Read the response, search for this search string, family search string, and store it in a variable. As it gives me the array of element, let me just fetch the 0th element without wasting time there. Print this and see if I have received proper family name. Patient family name received is this. Execute this request. Both the requests got executed. Let me check quickly the logs and see. Patient family name received from get request is Chamar. So I've received the proper family name. Now I will write if condition where I will check if the expected family name and this family name which we have received is matching. So in order to read the expected family name in this request, I will copy this variable name here, vars.get. I will name it as family name posted as it is coming from the post request. This way, I will get the value of expected family name variable and will store it in a family name posted variable, which I am going to make use here. Family name posted dot equals family name which I have received from the get request. If this is true, then make my test case pass. For that, I will make use of assertion results class which has a method called set failure. So if this is false, that means my test case is passed, because the family name which we have posted, if that equals to the family name which we have received, that means my test case pass. For that, I will make use of assertion results class and will set the failure as false. That means the request got executed successfully and we have received the proper data. Else, if the family name does not match, then fail this test case by using assertion results dot set failure pass true variable. That will fail the test case. Further, I would like to add a message as well using assertion results dot set failure message, a custom message we can add. Family name received does not match with the posted family name. So this way we can make use of assertion results class. Let me first execute this request and check if this validates my data. Clear it all and then click on start. As you can see, get patient details request fails. So let me just check why it has failed. We have received one error in the logs. Let me go there and check what are the logs. So it is saying missing property exception, no such property expected family name. Oh, sorry, this is a wrong way to write vars.get method. Let me rewrite this. Vars.get method requires only one argument. That is this. We wanted expected family name from the post request response and we'd like to save it as string family name posted. Now we can verify this. Execute this and check. Again fails. We have received 200 OK response, but we are getting some error in the log. Missing property exception, no such property expected family name. We pass it as a string and see. So that error is resolved now. We are getting some other error, no such property assertion results. In Groovy, we need to be very careful with the syntax. That is assertion result. I think it's assertion result. Let me save this and execute once more. Yes. This got executed successfully this time and we have no errors. As we can see, there were simple mistakes like how to use vars.get method. We need to first get the value of the variable and we need to store it in a string variable. This is the correct method of using this, as well as we were using a wrong class name. Just a simple spell mistake, it was failing because of that. This time this request got executed successfully and we have no errors in the logs. So that means we have validated it properly. Family name which we have received is matching with the family name which we have posted. This JSR223 assertion is an inbuilt assertion class where it uses the assertion methods such as assertion result classes, methods, set failure and all. If you go and write it inside JSR223 post processors and all, it won't work because assertion result class and its methods only works inside this JSR223 assertion. This is meant for script assertions. This way we make use of JSR223 assertion. That will be mostly used for assertions of the script to make sure that the script returns the proper data or not. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you like my video, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you can support me and this channel to grow. Altaf Hussain signing off.